Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the first Summit Cambria County War Memorial here in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And tonight we have another iteration of an ACHA matchup as we have California University Vulcans versus the Penn State Ice Lions going at it today. And Cal U coming off of no games, so they're well rested. Penn State coming off a game last night against Pitt Johnstown, beating them 5-4 with an 8 p.m. puck drop. So Cal U has the upper hand here when it comes to like health and endurance, but we saw that Penn State team last night. They were fast. They were moving the puck very well, and I think that this is going to be another good game. I'm Aaron Norkovicus here with Patrick Mitchell. And Patrick, last night we saw Penn State. They played Pitt Johnstown. Obviously, as a nice cat myself, I was not too pleased with the performance that I saw on the ice, but I can't take anything away from that Penn State team because last night that Penn State team came to play, and they were fairly just the better team.
Yeah, coming out, Ice Cats coming out strong with 2 goals very early in the first period. I was talking with play Matt, and he was saying, I was like, this might be a trubbing tonight again, but Penn State didn't falter, didn't waver, gave up 2 early goals, fought back to stay in. We're down 4-1 in the middle period, but just came back, chipped and clawed their way back, ended up getting it tied, and then a late power play goal put them ahead, sealed the deal. They got out of here last night with a 5-4 victory.
Yeah, and we'll take it to our PA announcer here for our starting lineups for tonight.
Introducing the away team from California, Pennsylvania, the California Vulcans. Here are tonight's starters for California under the direction of head coach Jason Greenway. At forward, number 9, Dax Kress. At forward, number 15, Colin Neville. At forward, number 16, Matt Lucido. On defense, number 18, Jonathan Zambrowski. On defense, number 4, Hunter Hodgson. And starting goal for California, number 27, Nolan Hilbert. And now, introducing the home team, wearing blue and white. Let's hear it for your Penn State Nittany Lions. Here are tonight's starters for Penn State, under the direction of head coach Robert Snyder. At forward, number 9, Jake Swan. At forward, number 11, Will Aronsol. At forward, number 34, Jonas Sontag. On defense, number 10, Luke Janik. Also on defense, number 17, Matthew Barbicane. And starting goal for Penn State, number 31, PJ Anglani. And now, to honor America and those who have served her, please direct your attention towards the flag for the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light? What so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming
So to pick up where we left off, Patrick, we were talking about the power plays last night, and I think that was one of the big problems for Pitt Johnstown last night, and one of the advantages that Penn State had was 0 for 5 in the power play in the third period for Pitt Johnstown. And keys to success is special teams, and last night Penn State was the better team in special teams, and I know playing against these Vulcans that they do have a tendency to take penalties, so hopefully that Penn State is able to take advantage of these power plays and that strong penalty kill. I know it's gonna be hard to bury a few on that penalty kill of Penn State. So
yeah, definitely the Ice Cats got lucky in that first one. I don't say lucky; it was a good shot, but yeah, starting 1 for 1, you had good feelings, and finishing 1 for 6 on the night, not exactly the way you want to finish the night as the way it started. And as you mentioned earlier, these Ice Lions, Nittany Lions, not exactly sure of the name, one of the two, some combination of that throughout the game here. Will definitely be hard to beat on the penalty kill. As both sides get ready for the opening face-off.
And we are on our way here as Caillou gets the puck in deep. Puck picked up by Janik. He goes D to D as they're looking to get that puck in and chased down by Hodgson into the corner. Hodgson rims it around. Puck goes back up to Janik. Janik puts a shot wide of Hilbert. Suwon does a good job. Hodgson now hits his own player, and Penn State might have a chance here already. 4-on-2 early in this game. They're going to slow it down, though, and give Caillou the chance to come back. Another shot on net. Nice save, blocker save there by Hilbert. Rebound out. Penn State's going to regroup. Penn State sends it in deep. It's going to be picked up by Zambowski's. He goes to Hodgson. Hodgson waits behind the net. He's going to step out. He's going to hit a high flip to the neutral zone. Caillou's going to go for a change, shows Penn State. McCulloch now gets it in deep. Chased down by Janik. Janik goes around his own net. Pressure by Evans. He's going to turn back now, head back the other way around his net. Leaves it behind for his partner. Partner walking up the far wall. Finds the stretch pass as it hits some player. Caillou player doesn't know where it is. Goes back to Penn State. Penn State has a chance here. Good play there by Ball. Janik now, the defenseman, playing below the Caillou goal line. And we saw a lot of that last night with Janik, is the offensive ability that he has and that he brings. Not only great defensively, but also a very good skater and offensive player as well. Puck chipped up the wall, kept in by Penn State. Back down low. Controlled by Penn State. Ball makes a play. Penn State now to the front. That rebound pops up in the air. Hand pass signaled, but nope, no call. Battling in the corner now. Penn State has the puck. Still go back to the battle now. 2-on-2. Penn State now walks up the wall. They force the puck back down below the goal line. And Penn State heads in front, and they score! Penn State to an early lead. That's number 34. That's Sontogs. And Penn State now with the early lead.
Sontogs goal, first 2 minutes of the opening period there, able to get that one in. Rebound came out just outside the crease. Able to get the putback into the back of the net.
And Caillou's not too happy with that, as they're trying to say that that puck was kicked into the net. And that puck did go off the foot, but it has to be a distinct kick motion. And this goal's not going to count. No goal.
I was thinking that initially, yeah, Aaron. I was thinking I saw right leg go out where the stick came to, or the puck came to. I saw right leg extend out. I was thinking it might be waved off initially, but the near side referee pointed down to the cage. It was like, that's a good goal. And then, yeah, we saw the netminder there for Cal pleading his case, and it looks like he won.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that might be the right call there by the referees. I mean, kicking motions are always super hard. It has to be a distinct kicking motion, and it did look like he gets it. But anyways, we're going to have a face-off now to the left of Hilbert. Caillou wins it back to the captain, Vasco. Vasco up the wall to Zito. Caillou making a play. Good play by Penn State in the neutral zone to keep it in. And it seems like so far in this first 2 minutes now, it's just been Penn State below the Caillou goal line, and they're having a hard time of breaking this puck out now. But here comes Vasco. Vasco chips it behind the defenseman. Here they come on a 2-on-1. He shoots it wide. Puck rims back around to Kaib. Kaib sends it back in. Stays in. Shot on net. Shot blocked by the Penn State player, and they have a chance the other way. He was not able to get the speed. Kaib now down low. Rims it around the wall to Tiernan. Tiernan loses the puck. Penn State grabs back, takes it back to their own end. Oh, Penn State hits the stretch pass, not able to contain it. Hilbert comes out to play the puck. Hits off the Penn State player out to the neutral zone and right back to a stick of Penn State. Penn State goes D to D. Out to the neutral zone, and Vasco with a big hit. And now Penn State with a chance. Good save by Hilbert there with the blocker again. We've seen Hilbert. Oh, Hilbert's mask is off, and we're going to have a whistle. And so far, 4 shots already in the first 3 minutes, and Hilbert has looked very sharp so far.
Yeah, aside from that first goal that was washed out after referees had a chat afterwards, and Hilbert pleaded his case and won. Still no goals on the board, but so far all shots in the way of Penn State.
Yeah, and for this first 3 minutes, it's just kind of been all Penn State. I mean, Cal, you had that one shot last shift, but they just could not seem to put it on net or get it through. So good start here if you're Penn State, and if you're Cal U, definitely want to pick it up. Now Cal U picks it up behind their own net. They're going to rim it. St. John chips it out in his first game as a Vulcan. They get a 2-on-1 the other way. Cal U, he shoots. He scores! And just like that, Cal U answers back and takes the lead. It's Levider, and Cal U up 1-0 on their first shot of the game. The short side shot just beats the goalie, and I think that's one that if you're a Penn State goalie, you might want that back. But good job there by Cal U, and congratulations, though, in St. John on his first college point.
Yeah, we were mentioning earlier how he his first game, I believe you said he's coming up from the D4 team. So already having an impact here on the Vulcans Division III team here. First time on the ice, already with the assist and a point in his first game.
And that's definitely the way you want to start it. First shift, first point. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And Cal U now back in their own end. St. John. He finds his defensive partner. They're going to take it up. They're going to send it back in. It's going to get punched away into the corner. Levander back onto the ball. He gets it down low to St. John. St. John to the middle. He has him in the slot. He takes a shot. Glove save made by the Penn State goalie, Ngadi. And if you're Ngadi, I think that's a good save there. You let in the first shot of the game, and then you right back, you face another high-danger shot, and you get that nice glove save, get a whistle for your team.
Yeah, we mentioned that last night. First 2 shots from the Ice Cats for UPJ went in to the back of the net, but since the next few shots afterwards, no success. So you let your first shot go in, your second one, a glove save, gives you some confidence to build on for the rest of the game. Yeah,
and I think it's very important for Penn State not to get too discouraged right now. I mean, they came out of this game hot, and they let up 1 goal, but guess what? It takes more than 1 goal sometimes to win hockey games. So Penn State back down, save made by Hilbert. Rebound push to the corner. Hodgson knocks a player over.
Well, as I mentioned, Aaron, you want to make sure you're keeping confidence in your team. If you give up an early goal, these Penn State Ice Lions gave up 2 to start the game last night and did not shy away from a fight and ended up getting back in it. 4 unanswered from the second period on. Unfortunately, beating your Ice Cats 5-4. Try to mention that as little as possible as we tonight, these 2 games tonight. But unfortunately, was a result that does have implications for today's games and the UPJ showdown this weekend.
Yeah, and our job is to inform the people. So, I mean, it's something that happened. And Hodgson with a stretch pass to Lucido. Big save made by Ngadi again. Off the helmet. Lucido now follows up his own rebound. He's going to take it out of the zone. He's going to find Bell. Bell now sends that puck back into the corner. Ngadi comes out to play. He leaves it there for his defenseman. They're going to pick it up, and they're going to wait. Take it out. They're going to reverse again. Janik now in the corner. He's going to find the stretch pass, but he can't get it through. Oh, here comes Evans. Evans breaking in. He finds Manlich. Mikulich, oh, he cannot get that puck through, and nice play by Suwon to get that puck in deep, and no icing. They're going to say it got tipped off of the Cal U defenseman there. Cole Evans now. Goes to the other Evans. Nice play there. He chips it to the middle. He takes a shot. He sends it over the net, and that's going to be out of play for a whistle. And seems like Cal U, they got that goal, and all of a sudden they got their feet back under them, and they're starting to play with that confidence again that I've seen Cal U play with before.
So you've seen firsthand this Cal U team, time in, time out, game in, game out, the confidence that they have getting that goal early in the first opening 2 minutes of the game gives you some confidence of which to work with, and a sense of urgency too. That you've seen that you can beat the back line of these Penn State players.
Yeah, and it's also important for Penn State to, like we said, just stay positive. We saw them come back. Unfortunately for me, we saw them come back last night, but they just proved that they can do it now. And it's Gruden. He misses that chance in front. Puck's going to be picked up by the Penn State forward. He's going to look to break it out. He finds his partner. Can't control the pass. Kaib now steps up on the blue line. He's going to get the puck. Penn State's going to go D-to-D now. Penn State pulls back as Cal U changes. D-to-D once again. Hard pressure by Cal U, and Penn State's going to ice the puck. And tired Penn State group already, and they're going to be stuck on the ice for a little bit longer here. This allows Cal U to get their big guys on the ice. And as I say that, here comes number 10, Mike Vasco. I mean, the leading scorer for Cal U over these last few years, and trust me, I've played against him. He is a tough defenseman to beat, and he's even tougher to get the puck off of. Penn State wins the face-off back. They rim it around the wall. He's going to wait. He's going to look for his defenseman. He can't get it to him. Nice chip play there by the Penn State defenseman. Vasco now takes it back into his own end, goes D-to-D. Cal U defenseman trying to find Tiernan. Tiernan just out of his reach, but he does a good job of pressuring that Penn State defenseman to cause a turnover, but Penn State gets it right back. Penn State now with a chance. Coming in one-on-one. Vasco with a great defensive play there to knock the puck off of him. Puck thrown up the wall by Cal U. Kept in by Penn State. He's going to walk. He's going to shoot. He shoots it wide. Puck's going to rim all the way out to the changing Penn State player. We're going to get a couple changes here from both sides as this puck goes down below the Cal U goal line as Vasco picks it up. Vasco takes around his net. Oh, he's going to try to beat everybody. He can't, but he gets a break, and it goes to Tiernan. Tiernan coming in one-on-one. He pulls up. He finds Vasco. Vasco with a nice move. Vasco's going to pull up in the Penn State zone. He's going to throw it on net, and a big glove save there by Ngadi. And we've seen that glove tested a few times already, and it seems to be very sharp so far.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Ngadi tested on the first shot that he saw, but since then able to lock down in between the pipes, making sure nothing gets past him, trusting his defenseman there to make sure they can make as little work for him as possible.
Yeah, and Penn State now takes around their own net, pressured hard by St. John. Penn State's going to try to break it up. Oh, but good play there. St. John picks it up. He's going to get a puck poked off him out into the neutral zone to Vasco. Vasco's going to wait. He's going to send it around. And Ngadi's going to slow it down a little bit for his defenseman. He's going to take it back around the net. He's going to rim it. They're just going to keep running the puck up the wall. Zambrowski keeps the puck in. Zambrowski throws it to the front of the net. Oh, and a good chance there by Cal U. Good save there by Ngadi. Penn State now moving the puck up their own end. Nice little pass there. Lucido breaks up the pass in the neutral zone. Having a hard time getting on his feet there as he toe picked a little bit, and Penn State coming back the other way. Oh, he looks like he toe picks a little bit. Oh, he finds the trailer. Finds the high guy. Penn State with a shot on net. Tipped in. Oh, what a save by Hilbert on the tip. Penn State now keeps the pressure on. Cal U gets it off the defenseman. Lucido moves it up to St. John. St. John's going to wait. He's going to give it back to the Penn State defenseman as the Penn State defenseman's going to move it up, but they're offside, so Zamboski picks it off, sends it back in deep. And Ngadi's going to wait behind the net, wait for a defenseman to come pick it up. Penn State defenseman behind the net. Lucido on the forecheck. He's going to throw a hard hit. Hodgson's going to pick it up. Hodgson has Ness back door. He can't get it through. Hodgson stays with it. He finds Ness. Ness forces the puck up to Zamboski, and Zamboski fumbles the puck. Oh, and a nice back check there by Hodgson to prevent the breakaway. Oh, and Ngadi can't keep the puck behind the net, and Ness picks it up. Ness tries to force a pass that does not get through, picked off by a Penn State defenseman. Nice hit there by Nebel in the corner. Penn State now, muff the pass as it goes out the bell. Ball to Ness. Ness gets it in deep. Penn State back, pressured by Manulich. Nebel now cycles back down to Manulich. He has a chance to walk out. He's gonna wrap around. Oh, he could not get it. He had the wrap around there, but just couldn't keep it on his stick there. It's Penn State now the other way, and it hits their own guy, and it heads back into their own end. And Penn State's just going to set it down. Oh, but Evans with a nice little soccer play. I guess that's why they play Suey before the games. Evans cutting it in. Evans going to try to go one-on-two. He gets knocked down, but he stays with it. Takes into the corner. Out to Manulich. Manulich shot on net. Hits the blocker. Rebound pops out. Oh, off the iron. No. Cal U off the post again, off the rebound, and Penn State's going to take it the other way here. Penn State coming down. Takes shot wide of Hilbert. They stay with it in the corner now. So Penn State forces it back down the wall, and they're gonna get in the opposite corner. Going to throw it right to Hilbert, and Hilbert's going to glove that down and say thank you very much. He'll take the save anytime. And since that first goal, it seems like we talked about Penn State having the strong start. Cal U scores the goal, and it has just been a complete 180. Cal U's just getting pucks in deep, and they seem like they're first to every single puck right now. And they just look like the faster team right now.
Yeah, I think both teams are happy for that. Hilbert got that stop, so at least the short catch of breath is a lot of action, not a lot of time taken off, not a lot of stoppages there, just constant action. Now Cal working their way across center ice, trying to get a scoring opportunity here.
Cabulzo pushes it to the net, gets poked away. Penn State now with a nice little flip pass, and he has an opportunity here. 2-on-1 for Penn State. He pulls up. He has a trailer. He finds Janik. Janik shoots. Big save by Hilbert. Janik now on the point for Penn State. He's going to throw another one on that nice tip there, but it goes wide, and Tiernan now on the wall. Oh, Tiernan with a big hit, and I'll tell you what, I've played a couple years with Tiernan. He might not be the biggest guy, but he plays like he's the biggest guy on the ice, so not surprised seeing that at all. Penn State now forces it back down low. Evans with a nice hit. Stays low. Nick Zito now. He's going to find Tiernan in the middle. Kept in. Picked up by Kauyu. He's going to try to send it in, but it hits Janik, and Penn State now the other way. Vasco picks it up in his own end.
I want to say key to this game might be who can take advantage of any miscues here. A lot of, not, I want to say sloppy play, but definitely some chances for both sides to have some cleaner play. And both sides able to pick up on some miscues from the opposition. But who can convert on those miscues and those who can convert on the opposition's miscues?
Yeah, I feel like we've seen it a little bit more out of the Penn State side so far, but a lot of puck throwing right now is Caillou's trying to do their best to control this puck. As we see here, as Owen St. John tries to force it up the wall, and he gets angled off by a Penn State defender. Kaib now working to keep it in. Puck battle in the slot. Nice hit there by Lavender to knock him off the puck, but he stays with it. And Kaib steps up, and Kaib with a big hit in the neutral zone, but he still gets that puck in deep, and now Vasco now. He flips it off the wall all the way down to the Penn State zone. This will not be icing. Picked up by the Penn State defender. He's going to force it up the wall. He has pressure. He doesn't know, and we got very lucky there with that one. Vasco now picks it up behind his own goal. He's going to reverse with he has pressure on him. He's going to reverse. Oh, throws it back, but his forward was not ready, and Penn State picks it back up. But there you go, Vasco once again just making the good defensive play. Vasco now doing his best to keep it out, and Penn State, nice job of keeping that puck in, but it goes off the skate of Kaib and back out of the zone. Kaib now battling on the wall. It's Lavender. Can't keep it in. Penn State coming in 2-on-4 now. He's going to pull up. Whiffs on the pass, and it allows Lavender to get there, but he does a nice job of getting that puck in deep. Penn State rims it around. Nebel now. Nebel picks it up on the wall. He mishandles it, but no pressure, so he's okay. Nebel looks like he's going to take it for a skate. He finds Ness. Ness mishandles it, but nice job of recovering there. So he finds Kaib. Kaib's going to get it in deep. He takes a nice little hit there, but he gets the puck in deep. Nebel now. Nebel with a nice hit on the forecheck. Keep that puck off of the Penn State defender's stick. Is Lucido now. Lucido's going to get to that puck first, and nice hit there by Vasco, and no call. The puck gets out. Zamboski now. He's going to go for a little skate here. Skates it in from his own end. Cuts to the middle. He takes a shot. Nice save there by Ngadi, and he cannot control the rebound. Oh, but he finally gets it as Zamboski cut through the crease there and almost buried his own rebound.
Yeah, we mentioned just came through. The rebound came out a little awkwardly out there in front of the Penn State goaltender. Wasn't able to immediately get a glove on it and nearly able to tip in a rebound, almost like a second rebound there. None doing for the Vulcans as they set up for a face-off to the left of the Penn State goaltender.
Yeah, and I think we saw a lot of that last night. Obviously, Penn State has a different goalie in net than what Pitt Johnstown saw. But, oh, and a nice chance there by Ness and a great save by Ngadi. Lucido now. Lucido turns and fires. Great save by Ngadi on the tip. But as I was saying there, we saw it last night. Penn State gives up a lot of rebounds in front, and that was one of the downfalls of UBJ. We saw it in the first period. They scored 3 goals crashing the net, and they kind of seemed to get away from that a little bit. And seems similar result here is if Caillou just tries to get to the front of the net, they might be able to find some dirty goals.
Hey, if you can have a player right spot, right time, and off one of those rebounds. I mean, we saw at one point last night, the third period, he just pinballed forever. It seemed like outside the cage. UBJ just not able to put it in the back of the net. We thought they had initially, and then it was washed out.
Yeah, and they always say in hockey, they don't ask how, they ask how many. So they don't care how it goes in as long as it goes in. Caillou now, Zamboski. He's going to look up the ice. He looks like he's going to fight off a hook there. No call. Ness now breaks it out. Back to Zamboski. He's going to get it in deep. Penn State bouncing puck. They can't control it. Here comes Caillou. Shot blocked by the Penn State defenseman. Goes into the corner. He turns it over to the middle. And a nice job there by Ignati to cover that puck and not allow a high danger chance there.
I think this might be maybe the third stoppage of the entire first period here. I feel for these guys. They've got to, I would imagine, to see maybe some oxygen tanks or something down there. They have got to be tired. No matter how many line changes you get, these guys have been playing for the better part of 14 and a half minutes with minimal stoppages. So I think they're going to try to take as much time and as they can, just get some more breaths in and just rest their legs ever so slightly here to close out the last few minutes here in the opening period.
Yeah, we saw Penn State right there taking advantage of being the home team and having the last change. They waited till the last second to put that unit out on the ice, give them as much time as possible as they come down the other way. They take a shot. And Hilbert now with a nice save, no rebound. And Hilbert has looked very, very sharp. And I think both goalies so far have looked sharp in this one. So,
yeah, definitely credit to both goalies so far. Again, Hilbert now shots even in this game. Hilbert with his 9th just there. So, tested a few times. None, I wouldn't say too stressful, but been able to perform and kick out, get some good saves when he needs. Obviously, has yet to let one get past him and looks to continue that the rest of the game.
Yeah, and Hilbert's one of those guys where he really worked his way up on this Cal U roster. He was a third-string goalie for a while, and now he's working his way up. And it's nice to see Hilbert gain games because I've played with Hilbert when we were younger, and he's a very good goalie. And I know that when Hilbert has that drive to win, and he'll do anything it takes to win those games. So it's very nice to see him getting these opportunities against teams like Penn State. Penn State now. Puck tipped in by Hodgson as it goes all the way down. Ball's going to pick it up behind his own net. He's going to go around. He's going to find Manulich. Manulich can't control it. Gruden now. Gruden moves it to Evans. Evans coming down the side. He has Hodgson in the middle, and Hodgson gets hooked there, but no call. So Hodgson's going to continue to work with it. Nice little play there by Hodgson. Nice edge work, but Penn State ultimately gets it back. Penn State moves it through the neutral zone. A nice hit there by Evans behind the play. Penn State now throws it on net. Rebound pops out. Good job by the Cal U defender there. That is Matthew Capozza. Clears it all the way back down. Penn State now takes it behind their net. Pressured by Tiernan. They can't break the puck out. Cal U gets it right back down deep. Tiernan now. Penn State works it back around the wall. They have time and space. They're going to take this time and space as they still can't get the breakout pass, and this puck's going to go back down in the Cal U zone for Kaib. Kaib's going to wait. He's going to assess his options. He's going to look D to D. Just misses Evans there. Penn State's going to send it back down to Kaib. Kaib picks it up behind his net. He's going to wait. Kaib there turns the puck over behind the net. Big save by Hilbert in front off the turnover. Evans now. He's going to wait. And Penn State, once again, just the forecheck on these defensemen. They're just creating a bunch of turnovers right now, and we saw it last night too with Penn State's forecheck. They create turnovers, and puck out now to the point. Fires it on net, blocked by his own man. Scrum in front, just wide of Hilbert. Penn State was still with the puck, battling with Nick Zito. Puck pops out to the slot. Tiernan now for Cal U, bringing it up. Tiernan's going to send it back in deep. And if that was on net, that may have beaten the goalie there. Went through his arm. Penn State now breaking it out of their own end. Coming through the neutral zone. They're going to force the backhander, though, but it's going to get picked off by St. John. St. John's going to move that puck up the wall. Vasco misses the pass. Penn State's going to be able to keep it in. They're going to move it right back down the wall. Nice stick there by Vasco. And Lavender now with another opportunity. He has St. John with him on a 2-on-2, but he sent it in deep. Penn State now pressured by St. John. Penn State's going to send it back down. No ice called. Vasco's going to chase this with heavy pressure. Vasco now around the wall. He turns it over. Penn State now. Penn State on the attack. No, Vasco still has it. And here comes Vasco. Here comes Cal U on a 3-on-1. Cal U finds Owen St. John, and he could not get the shot off Foley. And it's a great chance there by Cal U. Nice pass, but St. John just gets tied up a little bit, not able to get that shot off. And Penn State's going to get that puck back in their own end.
Yeah, St. John looking for his first goal. Had a prime golden opportunity there. Just not able to put the stick to the puck in the right spot. Fortunately missed the near side.
Penn State now, they get tripped up, no call. They're still working it low. Vasco now picks it up behind his own net. He's going to skate it. He's going to flip it down the ice. And that's just going to lay perfectly in the slot. Janik now. Janik makes a nice move around Vasco. Little 10-on-10 actions. Janik takes it into the zone. He's going to take it around the net. He loses the puck. Nice play there by the Cal U defender, Crouch. Ness now trying to force it through the neutral zone, but he can't. Back into the Cal U zone. Crouch with the puck, goes D to D to Vasco. Vasco's going to wait and assess his options. He's going to have a nice little saucer pass to Neville. I think that may have meant for Lucido, but Neville picked it off. Is Janik now with the puck. Janik's going to break it out. Penn State forward, just waiting. He finds his teammate. Penn State puck sends that puck in deep. First one onto is Hodgson for Cal U. Hodgson now reverses that puck back down low to Zamboski, who finds Neville. Neville across the ice to Ness. Nesta's going to wait. He's going to continue to wait, and he's going to find Nebel streaking across the far side there. Nebel with a burst of speed down the side. He's going to try to jam it in behind him. They don't know where it is. And Janik now picks up that loose puck behind the net, moving it through their defensive zone.
That shot there, I don't think anyone knew where it was. I didn't even know that it scored it out.
They have a chance here. Big save by Hilbert again on the breakaway, and the Penn State player wanted a hook there, but no, the Stahl shook his head no. Great save there by Hilbert to keep this a one-goal game.
I was saying earlier, Hilbert hasn't had a lot of high-octane saves or opportunities to make saves. I have to scratch that statement. Penn State's come out at the very end of this period with some really high chances here, really close to the crease, and I'm still looking down to see a glove and a stick on the ice.
Yeah, I just noticed that as well. Cal U glove and a Cal U stick on the ice. Hodgson's going to knock that stick back down, but Penn State here picks up puck in their own end. They're going to reverse that puck down in deep. Grundon on the forecheck. He's going to throw a nice hit. Penn State players force it up the ball. Ball walks the blue line. Ball's going to put it on net. Nice save there by Angotti. So he covers it up for the whistle.
It looks like it was a glove and stick of a Penn State player, as he's number 20 there for the Penn State's getting talked to by one of the linesmen.
I apologize to everybody. I saw the red glove there, and I assumed Cal.
I assumed it as well, and it was right outside the Cal bench, so it made sense to us. But yeah, not that it made any impact on the play.
Evans now. His shot gets through, and they score! It's Manulich from Kaib and Evans, and what a play there by Cal U. As Evans gets that puck through, the shot gets blocked, and it's Grundon who finds Manulich backdoor for the easy tapping goal, and Penn West is up 2-0, a minute left in this first period.
Yeah, leaky goal there for Cal U. They'll take it any way they can get it, obviously. And we've been saying how the Penn State netminder has been doing a great job since that first shot. That one bounced around a little bit and just went the way of the Vulcans as they doubled their lead here with a minute left in the first period.
And I'm going to sound like a broken record, but if you're Penn State, you can't get too down on yourselves. We've seen them do it before, and off this faceoff, puck's just going to fly into the Cal U bench. So we're going to redo the faceoff.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, again, what happened last night with these Penn State Ice Lions, they were down 2 at the very beginning of the game. A little closer here at the end of the first period. Still a minute left. You know, as of right now, 2-goal lead. And we saw what they could do last night. Do they have the same kind of energy and get back against the Vulcans this afternoon?
Tiernan cuts to the middle. He takes a shot that goes wide. He's going to hear it from his Cal U teammates there as that shot went very wide. Evans now has time. He's going to chip it back down into the Penn State zone. Suwon now, the Penn State captain, he's going to go D-to-D there as he takes a hit from Tiernan. Ball now picks up the puck. They're going to be offsides, yep, and the referees call offsides as Tiernan just wasn't able to get up there. And you know Tiernan, as fast as he is, it's kind of hard to catch him offside, so must have been pretty obvious there for the referees. We saw it up here, so did he. So 26 seconds left in this period. We're going to have a face-off to the right of Angotti outside of the zone. Penn State wins the face-off back. They go D-to-D. He's going to wait. He's going to force it up the wall, and it's just going to go to Kaib. Kaib now whiffs on the chance. Penn State's going to pick it up. They're coming in 2-on-2. Penn State now back to his defenseman. Good play there by Kaib to make up for it. Penn State up to the point. Their shot wide of the net. 8 seconds left in this period as Zito picks it up. Zito's going to send it back around his net to Kaib. 4 seconds. Kaib's going to send it up the wall. Kept in, and Penn State has a chance. No. As we finish this period, 2-0 Cal U, and score says 2-0, but I thought that was a fairly even period. Both teams had their moments where they were the ones dominating, and kind of similar to what we saw last night. It's just back and forth action.
Oh, yeah, the middle, I would say, almost between the goals, really, between the first and second goal of that period. First one coming in just inside 2 minutes, the last one coming just outside the first minute. So that middle, 17 minutes, just great hockey from both sides. Love the play from both ends.
And we'll be right back after this intermission.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Score! Penn State to an early lead. That's number 34. That's Sontogs. And Penn State now with the early lead. 34. That's Sontogs. And Penn State now with the early lead.
Sontogs goal, first 2 minutes of the opening period. They're able to get that one in. Rebound came out just outside the crease.
Pick it up now. Caillou picks it up behind their own net. They're going to rim it. St. John chips it out in his first game as a Vulcan. They get a 2-on-1 the other way. Caillou, he shoots. He scores! And just like that, Caillou answers back and takes the lead. Rebound push to the corner. Hodgson knocks a player over.
Well, as I mentioned, Aaron, you want to make sure you're keeping confidence in your team. If you give up an early goal, these Penn State now with a nice little flip pass, and he has an opportunity here. 2-on-1 for Penn State. He pulls up. He has a trailer. He finds Janik. Janik shoots. Big save by Hilbert. Skates it in from his own end. Cuts to the middle. He takes a shot. Nice save there by Ngadi, and he cannot control the rebound. Oh, but he finally gets it as Zamboski cut through the crease there and almost buried his own rebound. Pitt Johnstown saw, but oh, and a nice chance there by Ness, and a great save by Ngadi. Lucido now. Lucido turns and fires. Great save by Ngadi on the tip. But as I was saying there, and nothing made any impact on the play.
Evans now. His shot gets through, and they score! It's Manulich from Kaib and Evans, and what a play there by Caillou as Evans gets that puck.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham scores! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Welcome back to the First Summit Arena at the Cambria County War Memorial as we get ready for the second period between the California Vulcans and the Penn State Ice Lions. And we saw a very good first period where California goes up 2-0. We saw a 2-on-1 goal and then a dirty goal just in front of the net, just digging away. But I think we saw a lot of good things from both teams. Penn State did a really good job of getting pucks in below the goal line, working the Cal U defensemen, and Cal U, I think, just did a very good job of just possessing the puck. They weren't throwing pucks around. They were taking them back, taking their time. And I think we're going to be in for a good one here in these last 40.
Yeah, one goal for the Vulcans in the opening 2 minutes, and then their final goal just outside of the final minute of the first period. Able to get that leaky goal in. Nothing wrong with the Penn State D-line did there. I think, again, definitely both sides to clean up the puck a little bit. As I mentioned, who's going to be able to take advantage of the miscues from the opposition. And obviously off that rebound, Vulcans were able to get that rebound off of Ignati and get that to find the back of the net. But fresh ice, shots even at 11 apiece through that first period. Obviously, 2 goals in the way of the Vulcans is what is the difference here and what matters. But now some time to rest those legs, as we mentioned. A very fast, very, very fast first period. Minimal stoppages in between the goals.
And Penn State wins this face-off down as Janik now chases behind his own net. He's going to go D-to-D. Oh, turnover to Lucido. Lucido, glove saved by Ngati. 8 seconds into the period, and Lucido with one of the best chances we've maybe seen all game, and a great save by Ngati.
My eyes are wide open. That was a ripper to start the period. Ignati not wavering one bit there as he saw that all the way into his glove for the first save in the middle period.
Lucido now tries to find Ness, and that play gets broken up. Neville down low. Ness picks up the puck. He's going to find Lucido below the goal line. Lucido takes a hard hit there by the Penn State defenseman. They can't find the puck. He finally finds it now. Suwon now tries to work to the middle. Neville picks it up. Suwon again. He's going to take it up. He's going to flip it down the zone, and this is going to go for icing on Penn State as they're not going to be able to get a change. They're going to try to sneak somebody off, and let's see if they let them. They do. Wow, Penn State was able to sneak off a defenseman. Sneaky, sneaky. And trust me, I've played a lot of games here. These referees are usually on it there, and those are sometimes difference makers. When you get a guy who's gassed and he's able to get off the ice, it's very helpful.
Well, especially since Penn State spent that first 30 seconds or majority of the first 30 seconds in their defensive zone. Able to finally get it out at the very end, but now back in the defensive zone. Vulcans look to get something going here.
Vasco now to the point. He's going to rim it around the wall. Suwon now, pressured by Grundon. Nice play by Grundon, but Suwon gets it out. Grundon again on the wall. He finds Minulich. He's pressured hard by Suwon. Good defensive play there by Suwon to keep that puck off his stick. Janik now in his own end. He's going to pull it up. He's going to send it down. He has a Penn State guy. Penn State here has a 2-on-1. He has Suwon with him. A great play by Kaib to break up the 2-on-1. Kaib now finds Evans. Evans with a soft chip. Nice play there by Janik to not let Minulich get behind him. Janik's going to find Suwon. Suwon's going to do a hard rim around the wall to his own teammate. He's going to rim it back around the wall to Suwon. Suwon pressured by Vasco. Vasco's going to flip it all the way down the ice, and Grundon now with a burst of speed. He's going to beat out the icing. Penn State now works behind their own net. Loose puck in the corners. Penn State once again gets that puck. Suwon still on the ice, an extended shift. He pushes that out to Zamboski. He's going to take a hard hit by the Penn State players. They're going to come in. Penn State is able to drag their foot on. He takes a shot. Nice save there by Hilbert. He blockers it aside. Vasco now behind the Calu net. He's going to wait. He's going to step out to the middle. They're going to stretch the ice. Oh, he cannot find his partner there stretching the ice, and that's Evans. Penn State now. They're going to work it back into their own end. They're going to take their time. Work the stretch pass there, and Penn State now on a 2-on-2. Can't control the pass. Going to work it back down. Tiernan now with a stick. Trying to work it, but Penn State again. Penn State on the point. Working it low. Back to the slot, can't control it. Puck comes out to neutral zone. Penn State goes D to D.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero! Creating space. Ewan turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Welcome back to the First Summit Arena at the Cambria County War Memorial as we get ready for this third period between Penn West California Vulcans and the Penn State Ice Lions. And Cal going into this third period up 3-0. Penn State out shooting them 20-19. And for Penn State here, I think we're going to start seeing a lot of chances being taken, and we're going to see their defensemen start to jump on a lot of pucks. And if you're Cal, you just kind of got to take a step back. You don't want to take too far of a step back, but you just want to be ready to play defense here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these Penn State players are definitely going to be pushing the envelope here and high aggression here, at least to start the period. Again, down 3. We saw a 3-goal comeback last night. You and I were talking in between the periods. Do they have it in them? There's definitely a possibility, but the way this game has gone through the first 2 periods, it's going to take a lot for these Ice Lions to get past these Vulcans just once or at least 3 times to try and even it up at the very least.
Zamboski picks it up down in the Penn State zone. He looks for Ness in the slot. Nice stick there by Ngotti. Ngotti with the save on Ness as he gets a whistle early, and Cal U player Zamboski gets knocked down in front of the net. They have a couple words for each other.
Ngotti takes the opportunity of the brief break to reset his mask, get everything settled back in after that save that he gobbled up just outside the crease. Now shots again even at 20 apiece here. Who's going to be the first one to get one in the back of the net in the period? Will it be the Ice Lions to get back into the game, or will the Vulcans increase their lead to 4 here?
Evans now chips it down low to Manulich. Tries to find Grundon. Grundon now battling the wall. He stays with it. Suwon now tries to force it up the wall. Evans finds him. Grundon again. Grundon scores! His second of the game. Again, another nice feed by Manulich. The behind-the-back pass, and Grundon buries his second of the game, and we're up. Cal U's up 4-0. Not even a minute into this period.
Just as I was saying, shots are even. Next one, who's going to be the first to get it in? I think the Vulcans were hearing me up here in the booth. They took their first shot, got it in, and got their lead up to 4 now, putting even more pressure on these Penn State Ice Lions to try and claw their way back.
And we've seen this duo of Manulich and Grundon. They've been all over the ice tonight, and they've been arguably 2 of the best players for Cal U tonight, and it's really paying off for Grundon as he buries his second of the night.
And Grundon now on a hat trick watch.
Grundon takes a hard hit, but he gets it out. Penn State's going to take it back down to their own end. They're going to regroup. Way behind their net. They look to break it out. They wait some more. Evans now. Penn State just not on the same page on that pass. Evans picks it up in the neutral zone. Tries finding his other Evans counterpart, but he can't. Penn State now, hard forecheck by Evans. He's going to force the Penn State defenseman to make a mistake, but he doesn't. Penn State now, they advance to the neutral zone. Into the Cal U zone, they chip it in deep. Cole Evans now. He skates it up the wall. He can't. He does get it out through the defenseman. Coming in 1-on-3, and he's going to take a double hit, and he still gets that puck in deep, and he's not even the one who falls. Penn State now wraps around their own net. They send it down, and this is going to be an icing call, I believe. Yep, and it will be an icing call.
Yeah, 3-player collision right outside the Penn State bench just down in front of us.
Penn State once again trying to be sneaky with these changes, but this time referee Stahl was on him. Face off to the right of Ngadi. It's going to be the line of Capuzzo, Tiernan, and Zito. Penn State wins the puck. Tiernan knocks him over. Zito now with a chance in front. He finds Tiernan. Tiernan's going to put it on. That shot gets blocked by the Penn State defender. Puck works up the wall to Kaib. He keeps it in, tries to chip it back down low, but Penn State gets their stick on it. Kaib now off his hand and into the Penn State bench, so we will have a whistle. Penn State has the face-off once again in their zone. They don't look too happy because it did go off the CalU player, but the puck was in the zone whenever it went out, so this is the right right face-off spot. Capuzzo loses the face-off. Penn State can't get it out. Oh, they do. Mike Vasco sends it right back down in deep. CalU tags up and Tiernan hard on the forecheck. Penn State working it up the wall. They turn it back over in the neutral zone. Oh, Vasco finds Capuzzo off the bank pass. He tries making a move around the defenseman. He can't get around him. Zito now, he's going to send it back out to the neutral zone to his captain, Vasco. Vasco with the hard rim. Tiernan has an opportunity here, and Gaudi's not in the net, but he gets back. Tiernan finds Vasco at the point. Vasco throws one on and wide. Cobb now working it low. He sticks with it, battling in the corner. Cobb now chipping around the defenseman. He's going to try to take it around the net. He's going to stay with it. Nice battle here by Cobb, and it's going to be Capuzzo that pops out. Zito from the point. He's going to take a shot that gets blocked. Penn State now working through the neutral zone. So they come into the Vulcan zone, and Vasco again with a nice stick. He's going to rim it around his own wall. Penn State on it, sends it back down in deep. Cobb and Zito battling in the corner. So Penn State keeps it in, sends it back down, rim it around the wall. Vasco will be the first on it. Vasco flips it, goes off the wall. Oh, CalU just got away with a too many men call right there. That was very close, but just once again on the right side of these calls. They send that puck in deep. It's Cobb who sends it in. Cooley on the forecheck. He takes the puck. He finds Lavender. Cooley, Lavender, and St. John on the ice right now for CalU. Zembrowski throws a shot on. It goes wide. St. John now finds Zembrowski, who goes right back to St. John through the neutral zone. He's going to pull up. St. John makes a couple moves. He loses the puck. Crouch is going to find it. He's going to look for Cooley. His pass gets picked off, and Penn State comes down the other way. Puck bobbles in the neutral zone. Oh, Penn State into the zone, one-on-one. He takes a shot. He goes high and wide on Hilbert. Nobody can find the puck. Whistle. Looks like a lot of players lost the puck there, and referees are going to say that puck went out of play there.
He lost it. Players on the ice lost it. I lost it. I'm not sure exactly where it went, but yeah, whistle dead was the play there. Puck ended up somewhere, as it now heads to the right faceoff dot to the right of Hilbert.
Penn State wins the faceoff. They take a shot. That shot gets blocked and then goes up in the air. Lands in the zone. Penn State's going to be the first on it. Janik at the point. He rims it back down low. Penn State controls. No, they lose it. St. John now. Tries to make a move around his own teammate. He can't. Penn State back down deep. Zembrowski picks off that rim pass. Zembrowski's just going to set it down the ice, and we're going to have an icing here against CalU. And if you're Penn State minus the goal, I feel like this has been one of the better starts that they have had to a period in this game. They're just trying to get pucks to Hilbert, and CalU's just doing a really good job of getting in these lanes and not letting any of these shots get through off the Penn State player sticks.
Yeah, that first shot, a minute into the period, only really high octane shot so far.
Puck once again lost, and St. John's the only one who knows where it is. He has an opportunity here. Hunted down by Janik. He makes the play. Lavender, his shot gets blocked by Janik. Zembrowski now, his shot gets blocked. Penn State throws it back out in the neutral zone. Visible frustration by Penn State players. St. John turns the puck back over. Crouch sends it in deep on Ngadi. That puck bounced on Ngadi. Nice job with the glove there. Ngadi's going to send it back out into the neutral zone. Zembrowski looks for Lucido, goes off his skate and down in deep. St. John the first to the puck. Lucido with support. He picks it up. He battles in the corner. He creates himself some separation. Throws the puck across the ice to Hodgson. Nice move there by Hodgson. Works it back to Lucido, who works it to Coley. Hodgson now back down low, he misses. Suwon with the hit, they battle in the corner. Suwon trying to kick it out, he does. He finds his own defenseman, it goes off and number one out. Zemboski with the puck in his own end with pressure. He does a nice job of creating separation there, and he has some space now through the neutral zone to skate with it. That's what he's going to do. Takes it into the Penn State zone. He takes a shot. That shot gets deflected up and out of play by the Penn State defenseman.
I mentioned the pace of play of the first two periods. This one, none like the first two. Quite a few stoppages, the puck's out of play, just some whistles here and there. I think both sides are happy to have a slower pace of play. They're able to extend their shifts longer and keep people on the ice for extended periods.
Penn State now rims this puck in. Kept in by Evans as they battle on the blue line. Penn State players do a nice job of pushing Evans back over that blue line as they get possession. Penn State now takes it back into their own end, trying to regroup. Ness now with a great forecheck, and he just peels off and lets Penn State stay with the puck. Penn State just loses the puck to their own guys again as they turn it over. Loose puck, far side. Penn State sends it back in deep. They're going to regroup, move it through this neutral zone into the offensive zone. They have a chance here in the slot. A great defensive play there by Cole Evans to not let that shot slot to get through. Bouncing puck in the offensive zone. Penn State works it high to low, or low to high. D to D, they take the shot. Oh, looking for the shot pass there, just missed. And Hilbert there, I just realized this. I heard the Penn State players yelling. Hilbert had no stick there. He was using a player stick.
Not too often you see, I just see now, after the whistle, Hilbert able to collect his stick. Good 5+ feet out from where his crease is over there on the far end. Lucky enough to get a stoppage there before any shots came towards his direction.
Yeah, and that's a good heads-up play there by the Vulcans defender to give him the stick. Everyone always knows your goalie is the most important one, so if they lose their stick, let's give it to them, and then usually the forward will give the defenseman the stick there. Face off outside the Cal U zone. Vasco slows the game down. Tries to move it, goes off the Penn State defender all the way down, so no icing. Kaib now. Kaib's shot gets blocked by a Penn State defender. Penn State takes their time. They're going to go back. Having a hard time possessing the puck. As Grundon's all over him again, and it's a name that I feel like I've been saying all night with the 2 goals now. And an opportunity for the third there as he just cannot grab that puck. Vasco now with the hand. He loses the puck. Penn State now coming down the other way, one-on-one. Good job there by Kaib. Penn State takes the puck back through back to the neutral zone. They send it back down in deep to the Cal U zone. Vasco first on the puck. He's going to walk out. He's going to look for Chase Evans. Chase Evans gets that poke, and it bounces over the Penn State defender. Penn State defender there. Nice diving play, but they still have it. It's Grundon again. Back to Evans. Oh, he can't finish. Puck goes right under the stick of Evans there into the corner, and Penn State now the other way. Penn State walks into the Cal U zone, looking for the pass to the slot, broken out by Kaib. Evans finds Kembowski. He has Evans with him. Evans has a breakaway. What a play by Kembowski. What a save by Ngodi. Great save there by Ngodi, and the low blocker shot there by Evans on the breakaway to keep this game 4-0. Oh, here comes Penn State the other way. They score! It's Reisner. Big save at one end leads to a goal at the other, and that might be the momentum changer and the boost that Penn State needs to come back in this game.
I was thinking, would we see a shutout here? Shutout is over from Hilbert as Penn State gets their first of the evening to go past Hilbert. Hilbert successful in the first 20 shots. The 21st is what does it and gets the Ice Lions on the board. And again, we mentioned last night, 3-goal comeback. Again, 11:33 in the final period. Going to take a lot. It's not impossible, but it would take a lot.
And that play all starts with the save down there on the breakaway by Ngodi on Evans. And if you don't make that save, you go down 5-0. I think Penn State's kind of just going to throw in the towel after that. But no, you get the big save, you go down, you get the big goal, and now you have life, and now you have an opportunity.
It was Ngodi saw that shot from Evans all the way in, didn't let him fool one bit, stood tall, and if there's a way that we could give almost a assist to the goalie there for starting that play and getting that breakaway, I'd give it to Ngodi all the way.
Janik now swings it back down in. According to the PA announcer, there's no secondary assist, so why not give it to Angotti? Penn State now goes up to Janik. Janik walks the blue, go D to D. They throw it back on net. Hilbert having a hard time tracking that puck as it goes to the wall. Penn State now once again controlling the puck. Working it high to Janik. Janik walks down the wall. Penn State tries to go for the far stretch pass on this defenseman, but he cannot control the bouncing puck, and Calu's going to get a change here. Janik now right back into the Calu zone. He's going to make a gross move, and he's going to shoot it, and what a save by Hilbert! What a move and what a save. Janik absolutely undressing ball right there. And a great opportunity and an even better save there by Hilbert, because I can tell you right now, if that puck goes in the net, Penn State is feeling themselves after that.
So you said it best, Aaron. What a shot, what a move there to get a shot opportunity, but then Hilbert standing tall and standing strong, making sure that did not get past him.
And we've seen it all night with Janik. He's so calm with the puck, and it seems like the puck is always on his stick, and they're always looking to give him the puck. And as we saw right there, why, and now it's Evans now. The Calu defenseman going the other way as he gets rubbed off the puck. Lavender with a hit. Penn State possesses. Looking for Suwon, but off the skate of Suwon, down and deep. Suwon first the puck. He finds somebody in the middle. What a save by Hilbert again! Hilbert once again with a huge stop to keep this game at 1 for Penn State. Penn State works it down low again. Poked off the stick by Evans. St. John tries to find Evans. He does. Lavender now. He sends it in deep. He takes a hard hit by Suwon along the wall. Coley now. First on the puck for Calu. He's going to work it in Evans now. Nice little hit there to keep that puck off, and Ball is going to try to send it back through the neutral zone. As Penn State possesses. St. John again. Picks up the puck through the neutral zone. He gets rubbed off the puck. Penn State now. Penn State trying to move it up the wall there, but Ness with a nice forecheck finds Lucido. Lucido's going to make a nice move on the wall. He has Evans in the slot. Oh, he finds him, but just a little second too late. And oh, what a tip there by Lucido on the Evans shot. And Bo now, his shot gets hit by their own Penn State guy and goes over the net. Lucido once again. Oh, he gets taken down. No trip. Ness now works the top of the zone, finds Evans. Evans tries to get a shot. His shot does not get through. Ball at the top of the key. He takes a shot and gets gloved down by Angotti.
I don't know what it is, but something in the last couple minutes just really ramped up the pace of play here, really ramped up the intensity for both sides. I love to see it. Both teams trying to finish out strong in the final 8.5 here of the third period.
And if you're Calu right now, I think all you're worried about is just getting that red line, getting that puck in deep. You don't need any more goals. You just got to try to keep them out of your net. And honestly, I think it's time that you just buckle down defensively for your goaltender, because he's made some unbelievable saves to keep this game 4-1. Penn State now with possession in their own end. Try to move it out, but Vasco picks off the pass. Vasco to Nebel. Nebel works it down the far side wall. He gets rubbed off by a defender there, and Penn State goes D to D. Back up the wall, and Vasco looking like he was going to go for the big hit. No, but he gets the puck. Now he has an opportunity. Big save again by Angotti. A logo shot by Vasco there, and what a play. I thought, looking from here, it looked like he was going to go for the big hit, and then he just pulls a little move, and that's what makes Vasco so dangerous. Is he's a big guy. He can blow you up if he wants to, but he also has in great hands, and we saw it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just able to deke the players of Penn State, keep them on their toes. That time was able to beat them. No goal in that one, but still impressive play nonetheless to get to the opportunity.
Vasco now with a good defensive play. Puck goes out into the neutral zone. Penn State takes it back to their own end. They're going to regroup. They try to work it through the middle. That pass goes to nobody. Vasco picks it up. He's going to hit the red line and get it back in deep. Nolich now hard on the forecheck. He's going to create a tie up now in a battle. 2-on-1 battle. You can hear the Penn State player asking for help. Penn State gets the puck. They work it up their own wall. They find the guy in the middle. Penn State coming through the neutral zone, 2-on-2. They find him. He gets around the first defenseman. Another save there by Hilbert. He drops the puck. No whistle, but they do a good job of clearing it out. Now it's Nolich coming down the other way. He sends that puck in deep. And Gotti will stop and leave for Janik. Janik will reverse. Penn State now works the puck up the wall. They're going to cut to the middle. He's going to try to make a move around Vasco. He can, and a helmet comes off, and Vasco hit the kid so hard that he knocked his helmet off and knocked his own teammate over. So we will have a whistle. And I think that shift right there was the perfect representation of what Captain Mike Vasco brings to this team. We saw the offensive ability on that chance, and then twice we saw the defensive ability. And that's why he's been the captain, and that's why he's been the best defenseman on this team for the last 4 years.
You definitely said it right, Aaron. Just the way he's been able to contribute offensively, defensively in this game, all around on all facets of the game, just being able to be a presence known and have such a great impact here.
There's a reason why he's made the ACHA All-Star team 3 years now. And they score again! Penn State on the rebound! It's Matthew Stranix buries his own rebound, and it's 4-2 now with 6:40 left in this third period. Do not go away, anybody, because we have a game now.
Penn State bench fired up after that one. Rightfully so, as Hilbert's still perplexed as to how that got past him. Again, I said he made the first 21 saves of the game, 21st. Now 25 of 27 here, as Penn State's been able to beat him twice now. Do they have 2 more in the final 6.5 here?
And Stranix was just left all alone. Hilbert made the first save, and that's what you ask for your goalie, and just wasn't able to find that rebound, and Stranix did. Penn State now coming down the other way, 1-on-1. 2-on-1 now. They try to force it to the middle. Good save there by Hilbert. Crouch now. Looks for Zito. Zito gets a stick on the puck, but he won't be in front of the red line. This will go for icing. Caillou's going to try to get Tiernan off the ice and Lavender on, but they're caught by the referee. Goal scored by Stranick, assisted by Swoop and Connor Murphy. And if you're Penn State right now, we saw it when they were going through that line. They are pumped. They are amped. They now have belief. And I think that is the most important thing you can have when trying to come back into a hockey game.
Especially with the way they were able to come back last night, down 4-1 in the middle period, down 4-0 here early into the third period. They've been able to get a couple back here. Now they smell blood. Can they capitalize on the momentum shift here and try and get closer and evening up this game before time expires?
Penn State now picks the puck up on their own blue line, sends it across. They send it in deep. Zabrowski works it up the wall. It's going to be tipped in. And Gotti's going to leave it for his defenseman. Penn State with the stretch pass, chips it back in. Ball first on it for Caillou behind his own net. He reverses it. Lavender can't pick it up. Coley can't pick it up. And that puck is offsides, though, so Penn State will have to tag up. They get it back anyways in the neutral zone. Penn State sends that puck back in, and they might be the first ones on this puck. Ball, though, with a good defensive play to knock him off the puck. Penn State once again fires it through the crease. Nobody there, though. Ball now. Picks it up in his own end. Looks for St. John. St. John now into the attacking zone. He takes a hit. He gets knocked off the puck, but Ball does a nice job of getting that puck in deep and getting it down to Coley, who can't possess it. Penn State picks it back up behind their own net. Looking for the stretch pass. That gets smacked down by St. John. Penn State now working through the neutral zone. Walking down the wall. Good job there by... Oh, and Evans gets taken down there and no call, and everyone thought this puck was out of play, but no, it stays in. Ball now. Works around the wall to St. John. Keeps working it up the wall. Lavender now, he gets it poked out of the zone. Penn State once again regroups. Penn State through the neutral zone into the attacking zone. He takes a shot. Pad save made there by Hilbert. Rebound out to the point. Another stick save there by Hilbert, and that goes out of play, and he catches it off the netting. Add a little pizzazz to it.
That's actually pretty impressive that he's able to catch it off the netting. Those don't take the greatest bounces. The netting usually just stops the momentum and just drops it down, but able to stick with it all the way was Hilbert.
And I'll tell you what, if Caillou is able to hold on to this lead and get this victory here with 4 minutes left, they a lot of them are going to owe Nolan Hilbert a thank you and maybe dinner tonight, because he has been phenomenal tonight. And Penn State could easily have 5 or 6 goals in this game, but Nolan Hilbert has really shut the door.
I think both sides could definitely have higher scoring totals. Again, plenty of missed chances and just unlucky breaks for either side. But yeah, I think these Vulcans, should they come out of this game with a victory, definitely owe flowers and then some to their netminder Hilbert for his extraordinary performance tonight.
Hodgson now works it through his own end, stretches the ice to Ness. Ness tries stretching it back to Hodgson, can't find it, but Hodgson finds it, gets it in deep. No, hits the Penn State defender. Now Hodgson gets it in deep. Ness working behind the goal line. He has Nebo and Lucido in front. What a play by Ngadi. No defenseman in front, so he said he'll play defense. Janik now comes down the wall. He's going to take a shot. He scores! Luke Janik! Short side snipe, and we have a 1-goal game with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And that's the difference that Luke Janik has made in this game. We talked about how good Vasco has been, and now Luke Janik is saying, it is my turn. What a shot by Luke Janik.
These Ice Lions a night ago came back from a 3-goal deficit to the Ice Cats. They faced a 4-goal deficit coming into the period. They've cut it down to 1. 3:20 left in the game. Do they have one more in it to send it past regulation?
Caillou here is going to take a timeout as they're going to try to regroup and get everybody back together here. So we'll be right back after this break.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber News.
And we are back here, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left right after the Penn State goal. California takes the timeout and they send out the unit that they want out here, but Penn State right back on the attack. Penn State chips it in. Hilbert with a nice save, and Penn State's going to the power play now. Penn State number 15, Kyle Seiler, does a great job of jumping on that puck off the faceoff and drawing a penalty. And this is, if you're Penn State, you have to be ecstatic right now. You score 3 goals in under 7 minutes, and now you're going to a power play down by 1 with 3 minutes left.
This is the best chance these Ice Lions have had all game to try and get themselves back into it. Now, not only did they claw themselves back from a 4-goal deficit, get it down to 1, but now with the man advantage, the best opportunity, as I mentioned, this game to really try and even this game up in the final minutes.
That shot blocked by Lucido. Janik now goes D to D. Penn State's going to regroup, take their time. Penn State now advances to the neutral zone. Into the zone. They set up. He tries the short side shot. He can't get it off, and the net comes off. We're going to have another whistle. And if you're Caillou, and I know Caillou watched our game last night against Penn State, and they saw the comeback. If you're Caillou, do you have that game in your mind from last night, and do you think that seed has been planted into their heads?
I definitely think the seed's been planted for sure, but now the objective is to stop the momentum shift and block any chances and knock down any positive momentum from Penn State here on out.
Janik shot gets patted away by Hilbert. Penn State works it back up to Janik, D to D. He's going to take a shot. That gets blocked by Lucido. Lucido again with another block shot, and that goes out of the zone. 3 block shots from Lucido on 1 penalty kill, and that's why he is out there killing penalties. Janik now coming in from a similar angle. He finds the guy in the slot. What a save by Hilbert again! And Zambrowski sends it all the way down. What a play there by Janik to find the loose guy in the slot. What a save there by Hilbert. Ball now. Sends it right back down into the zone. And Gotti's going to work at the Stu1. He can't possess the puck. Tiernan now. Tiernan works it back down in deep. Gets the puck knocked off of him. Janik reverses the puck. Penn State has time. Back to Janik. Works it up the wall. And Tiernan there with a good forecheck, but just cannot possess the puck. Penn State now sets it up. They take the shot. They score! Penn State ties the game! It's 13, Brady Susino. What a shot short side, and we're all tied up with a minute 41.
Penn State able to take advantage of the man advantage to tie up the game. As we mentioned, starting the period, Vulcans looking like they put the nail in the coffin, going up 4. Penn State said, no, sir. And just like a night ago, coming back from a 3-goal deficit, this time a 4-goal deficit. All 4 unanswered again. That final one on the man advantage as we're even at 4, minute 41 in this game.
And teams talk about wanting to have an identity, and if this is the identity of this Penn State team, that is a very scary identity to have when you're playing against them, because it just proves you can never take your foot off the gas against this team.
I was just thinking about your thought, Aaron, with that 3rd goal. Do you think the seed of that comeback is planted? That seed is planted and grown into fruition as now a scary nightmare, daymare for these Vulcans, who again once had a 4-goal lead starting this 3rd period. Now seeing that go away.
Kyle high sticks the puck. Nobody touched the puck except Penn State. They get it. Vasco blocks the shot. Hodgson out first to the loose puck. He's going to advance through the neutral zone. He's going to take it into the zone by himself. Hodgson tries to work it to Nebel. Suwon, though. Here come the Ice Panthers, or the Ice Lions. Suwon. He cuts the net. Suwon, what a save by Hilbert. Suwon there. Nice job of getting around Vasco, cutting to the net. And Hilbert with a great save there. Penn State stays with it. Vasco strips him of the puck. Vasco now takes his time. He's going to hit his flip. Oh, my gosh. And he flips it all the way to Nebel on a breakaway. He's going to get a penalty. He misses the net, but now we're going to have a Vulcans power play. Vasco flips it all the way down to the speedy Nebel, and the Penn State defender just gets his stick, just turns his hands just a little bit for that hook and call. And now all of a sudden, you're California with 30 seconds left in this game in a tie game. Now you have a power play. And even if you don't score in this 30 seconds, that power play is going to carry over into overtime.
Yes, it will. So whether it's 30-second power play here, a minute half into the overtime period, a huge advantage for the Vulcans here, ending regulation and potentially past. So very ill-advised penalty from the Ice Lions of Penn State as they worked so hard to get this game even again. Could this be their undoing? Only time will tell in this game.
Caillou going with their first power play unit of Ness, Vasco, Nebel, Hodgson, and Lucido. Face off to the right of Ngotti. Ness wins the face off back to Hodgson. Vasco now on the wall. Goes back to Hodgson. Lucido, he's going to take his time. He's going to throw that puck to the net. Oh, and Ngotti with a nice save there, but can't possess it. Vasco again. Finds Hodgson. Hodgson once again slows it down, takes his time, 10 seconds left in the period. He goes to Vasco. Vasco makes a nice move. Nebel, he can't control it. Lucido hits the crossbar with 3 seconds left. 1 second left. Lucido again. Oh! Matthew Lucido off the crossbar with 3 seconds left in regulation, and we're going to overtime.
I didn't think we'd say overtime at the start of this period, let alone the start of the game, the way the Vulcans came out with their, just with the mentality and the strength and the speed, scoring too early, a third in the second and a fourth in the third. But a power play opportunity for the Ice Lions as they clawed their way back from the depths. Down 4-0, now even at 4 as we go past regulation into an overtime period.
And this is not a CHE game, but this should be a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Of course, it'll be 4-on-3 power play for California with a minute 31. In the event that we get through the 5 minutes, I don't believe that there will be a shootout. I believe that it'll end in a tie, since it's not a CHE College Hockey East game. But what an effort by Penn State to just claw back into this game. And we talked about it in the intermission going into that third period, that if Cal U got that first goal, we thought that was going to be it for Penn State, and boy, did they prove us wrong. They started the comeback with just under 10 minutes left in that third period, and they got one, and they just took off with it.
Yeah, no lead is ever safe in any sport. You always talk about the 2-goal, 3-goal leads, but a 4-goal lead, again, we thought it was a foregone conclusion for these Vulcans. We thought we'd get to the end of the third period and they'd walk out here victorious. Well, they proved us wrong. They proved everyone else wrong. Did the Penn State Ice Lions, as they were not done, not out, didn't quit, didn't back down, and they got their way back and forced the game into overtime.
Cal U goaltender Nolan Hilbert shaking his head. You can tell that he's not too pleased with himself, but like we said earlier, we genuinely believe that he has been a difference maker in this game for Cal U. And if you're Nolan Hilbert, it is so important to just keep your head up, because you have 5 more minutes to just get through this game and rely on your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Still much credit to Hilbert and for Ngati on the other end of the rink for Penn State.
Hodgson now skates into the zone, peels off of Janik. He's going to find Lucido. Vulcans running a 4-man unit of Vasco, Hodgson, Lucido, and Nebel. Penn State with Suwon, Janik, and Poranas. Lucido now finds Vasco. Vasco looks for the tip in by Hodgson. He can't get it. Oh, no, it's in! Hodgson scores! It's over! Hodgson from below the goal line throws it off the skate, and that puck was rolling on the goal line. He didn't wave it at first, but then he eventually calls the goal, and Hunter Hodgson has won this game for California.
The severe angle and then some for Hodgson below the red line beats Ngati. And yeah, Aaron, as you said, that puck not initially called in, but emphatically by the linesman. He points to the cage and awards the goal to the Vulcans as they narrowly escape a disastrous comeback and loss. They get the final goal and the final say in this one, but what a barn burner this was. I definitely thought it might be 5-6, maybe even 7 to the good for the Vulcans. That final score, just a 1-goal difference, 40 seconds into the overtime period.
Yeah, and that's an unbelievable break for California, because if you lose this game, then trust me, I've been in the locker room when you blow a game to this team. It's not a fun locker room, and you sit there and you think about it. And so great job there by Cal U to not worry about blowing the lead and just getting the win when they can. And great effort there by Nolan Hilbert to just played as best as he possibly could, and I thought he was outstanding today.
Both netminders were outstanding, Ngati and Hilbert. Hilbert allowing 4 unanswered, but able to stop at the very end. Ngati getting the first 4 past him, but not letting any pass until the overtime period. Credit to both teams, both netminders, just all around well-played game. But the better team came out victorious in this one. The Vulcans winning it 5-4, and then as excited as it was for this one, I'm excited for the next one.
Yep, final score of this one today, Penn West California Vulcans 5, Penn State Ice Lions 4, and star of the game today is Hunter Hodgson with that overtime winner. And we will be back tonight at 8 p.m. with Penn State Harrisburg versus my own UPJ Ice Cats, so excited for that one. Score! Penn State to an early lead. That's number 34. That's Sontogs. And Penn State now with the early lead. 34. That's Sontogs. And Penn State now with the early lead.
Sontogs goal, first 2 minutes of the opening period there, able to get that one in. Rebound came out just outside the crease.
Pick it up now. Cal U picks it up behind their net. They're going to rim it. St. John chips it out in his first game as a Vulcan. They get a 2-on-1 the other way. Yu. He shoots. He scores! And just like that, Yu answers back and takes the lead. Rebound push to the corner. Hodgson knocks a player over.
Well, as I mentioned, Aaron, you want to make sure you're keeping confidence in your team. If you give up an early goal, these Penn State
now with a nice little flip pass, and he has an opportunity here. 2-on-1 for Penn State. He pulls up. He has a trailer. He finds Janik. Janik shoots. Big save by Hilbert. Skates it in from his own end. Cuts to the middle. He takes a shot. Nice save there by Ngadi, and he cannot control the rebound. Oh, but he finally gets it as Zamboski cut through the crease there and almost buried his own rebound. Pitt Johnstown saw, but oh, and a nice chance there by Ness, and a great save by Ngadi. Lucido now. Lucido turns and fires. Great save by Ngadi on the tip. But as I was saying there,
not that it made any impact on the play.
Evans now. His shot gets through, and they score! It's Manulich from Kaib and Evans, and what a play there by Yu as Evans guy on it. Penn State, though, is going to skate it up themselves. Penn State's coming in. They have a 2-on-1. This is a great opportunity for Penn State. He shoots. Big save once again by Hilbert with the blocker. Oh, Zambrowski now. He takes a chance. He whiffs on the puck. Hodgson now. He keeps it in. He's going to find Neville. Neville's going to take a shot. What a save there by Ngadi. Oh, and the puck goes through the crease from behind the net. What a heads-up play there by Ness. He just can't find the back of the net. Shot just over the net. Oh, Penn State might have a chance here catching Yu on a change. It's Evans coming on the back check. He takes a shot. What a save again by Hilbert. He makes a nice move, makes a man fall, makes another nice move there. Works puck below the goal line. He finds Manulich in front. What a save by Ngadi. No! He keeps it out even on the rebound. Now takes it down deep. Uses the referee as a little screen there. Finds Chase Evans, who goes back down to Manulich in front. Grunden, he scores! What a... Grunden now battling the wall. He stays with it. Suwon now. Tries to force it up the wall. Evans finds him. Grunden again. Grunden scores! His second of the game. Again, another nice feed by Manulich. The behind-the-back pass. Save by Ngadi. Great save there by Ngadi, and the low blocker shot there by Evans on the breakaway to keep this game 4-0. Oh, here comes Penn State the other way. They score! It's Reisner. Janik now right back into the Yu zone. He's going to make a gross move, and he's going to shoot it. And what a save by Hilbert. What a by a defender there, and Penn State goes D-to-D. Back up the wall, and Vasco looking like he was going to go for the big hit. No, but he gets the puck. Now he has an opportunity. Big save again by Ngadi.
Have such a great impact here.
There's a reason why he's made the ACHA All-Star team 3 years now. And they score again! Penn State on the rebound. It's Matthew Stranix, buries his own rebound, and it's 4-2 now. Pad save made there by Hilbert. Rebound out to the point. Another stick save there by Hilbert, and that goes out of play, and he catches it off the netting. Add a little pizzazz to it. What a play by Ngadi. No defenseman in front, so he said he'll play defense. Janik now comes down the wall. He's going to take a shot. He scores! Luke Janik! Short side snipe, and we have a 1-goal game with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Shots from Lucido on 1 penalty kill, and that's why he is out there killing penalties. Janik now coming in from a similar angle. He finds the guy in the slot. What a save by Hilbert again! And Tiernan there with a good forecheck, but just cannot possess the puck. Penn State now sets it up. They take the shot. They score! Penn State ties the game! It's 13, Brady Susino. Vasco now takes his time. He's going to hit his flip. Oh, my gosh. And he flips it all the way to Nebo on a breakaway. He's going to get a penalty. He misses the net, but now we're going to have a Vulcans power play. Hodgson once again slows it down, takes his time. 10 seconds left in the period. He goes to Vasco. Vasco makes a nice move. Nebo, he can't control it. Lucido, he hits the crossbar with 3 seconds left. 2. Janik and Poranas. Lucido now. Finds Vasco. Vasco looks for the tip in by Hodgson. He can't get it. Oh, no! It's in! Hodgson scores! It's over! Hodgson from below the goal line throws it off the skate, and that puck was rolling on the goal line. He didn't wave it at first, but then he eventually calls the goal, and Hunter Hodgson